Ever wondered what really happens behind the closed curtain on your flight? Well, buckle up, because today we're revealing the most shocking secrets flight attendants don't want you to know. And trust us, once you hear these, you'll never fly the same way again. Let's start with what most passengers get wrong. Flight attendants aren't just there to pour your drinks or smile politely. Their real job is your safety. Every attendant goes through weeks of intense training to prepare for life or death situations, emergency landings, cabin fires, unruly passengers, even in-flight births. They're trained in CPR, firefighting, self-defense, and evacuating a plane in under 90 seconds. Some even take swimming classes for ditching scenarios. When you're boarding, they're not just smiling to be friendly, they're scanning you. Are you strong enough to help in an emergency? Are you intoxicated, ill, carrying suspicious items? They're trained to spot these things instantly. And speaking of emergencies, did you know that flight attendants sleep in secret bunk beds hidden in the fuselage on long-haul flights? Tucked away above or below the cabin, these tiny crew rest compartments are off-limits to passengers and contain narrow beds, no windows, and dim lighting, just enough to shut off from the chaos. But here's something even sneakier. The crew has a language of their own, from coded chimes to discreet phrases like hot coffee in 3A, which isn't about coffee at all. They communicate constantly without alerting passengers. A single ding might mean a routine call. 2 dings could be turbulence coming up. And a isn't a hesitation. It means there's an unaccompanied minor on board. And if a flight attendant ever tells you arm doors and cross-check, that's not small talk. It's a crucial command before takeoff to secure the aircraft for emergencies. Now let's talk about the food and drinks. Ever wonder why flight attendants avoid the coffee and tea? Here's why. The water used for brewing isn't bottled. It's pulled from onboard tanks that are rarely cleaned. Studies have shown high bacteria counts in that water, and some crew members say they've seen things floating in it. Most flight attendants bring their own water and avoid anything made with the onboard supply. The same goes for tea. And while we're talking food, those in-flight meals might look fine, but don't expect 5-star dining. Due to cabin pressure and altitude, your taste buds are up to 30% less sensitive, which is why meals taste bland. That's also why airlines load them with salt and sugar. But here's a hack. Special meals like kosher, vegetarian, or gluten-free are often made fresh, packed first, and served before anyone else. If you can request one, do it. You'll get better service and fresher food. Now about your seat. Think first class is the best spot on the plane? Think again. Some flight attendants recommend bulkhead seats in premium economy. They're cheaper, often quieter, and you'll get off the plane faster. Also, you may want to think twice before using that in-flight pillow and blanket. Unless it's sealed in plastic, it may have just been refolded after the last passenger used it. Same goes for the tray tables. They're rarely sanitized between flights and have been known to harbor more bacteria than the airplane toilet. Yes, you heard that right. Some passengers even use the tray to change baby diapers or rest their feet. And if you've ever stored your phone or book in the seat back pocket, prepare to cringe. That space becomes a trash bin for used tissues, dirty socks, and leftover snacks. Bring wipes and avoid touching anything directly. Speaking of dirty, here's one of the most stomach-churning truths. Don't go into the lavatory barefoot. That's not water on the floor. Enough said. And please, don't flush while still seated. Just don't. As for your safety, brace positions, safety videos, and seatbelt signs are more than formality. Flight attendants have seen it all. Passengers refusing to buckle up, standing during turbulence, even trying to open the emergency door mid-flight. That's why they take mental notes on who's paying attention. And yes, they can spot trouble before it starts. Some airlines even teach crew how to subtly restrain unruly passengers with handcuffs or zip ties. But what about turbulence? It's getting worse due to climate change. Clear air turbulence can hit with no warning. That's why flight attendants always tell you to stay buckled, even when the sign is off. One crew member described how a single jolt threw an unbuckled passenger into the ceiling. And don't even think about opening overhead bins mid-flight. You risk injury to yourself and everyone else around you. Now let's look at some awkward but true behaviors they notice. Yes, they judge passengers, especially rude ones. If you snap your fingers, poke them, or block the aisle during service, they notice. Want to be treated better? Be kind. Say please and thank you. Flight attendants have control over upgrades, extra snacks, better treatment, and more. And when it comes to flirting, yes, it happens. But don't assume their kindness means they're interested. They're trained to smile through chaos. Now here's something surprising. On many flights, flight attendants are not paid during boarding. That's right. They only start earning when the doors close and the plane pushes back. Until then, they're working for free. So the next time you're frustrated by a delay or an issue, remember, they're in it with you, not against you. Another secret? Sometimes pilots and crew travel incognito as deadheads to reposition for their next job. That person next to you might actually be a pilot, but they won't tell you unless you ask. And yes, upgrades sometimes happen last minute. Be well-dressed, polite, and ask respectfully, you never know. Finally, if you think flight attendants get glamorous layovers in exotic destinations, think again. Often they stay in airport hotels for 10 hours, eat room service, and get back on another flight. It's exhausting, especially on tight rotations where jet lag, time zones, and lack of sleep pile up fast. So the next time you fly, remember that behind every smile is someone balancing 100 moving parts to make your journey safe and smooth. Respect the crew, stay buckled, don't drink the coffee, and for the love of travel, bring disinfectant wipes. Thanks for watching. If this opened your eyes to the real world of flight attendants, give us a like, subscribe, and share your weirdest flying experience in the comments. We've got more insider stories coming up, from pilot confessions to airport security secrets. Until then, fly smart, stay safe, and always be kind at 35,000 feet.